All right, let's talk about the erasure, right? They're trying to erase our legacy, our contributions to the America, right? But this is the thing. Everything that they do is marked in time. People know when they bulldozed up a bunch of pavement to hide some spray paint. We know how they whitewashed Jim Crow and slavery. We know all the heinous things that they've done to survive on this planet. But this is the thing. You have to look at it in the big picture. You have to, when it's in the moment, when you get them emotional moments, or when you make your mistakes, you have to keep your moments in moments and not in reaction. And I'm still working on that. If you see some of my videos, you'll know that's true. So I'm trying to practice what I preach here. But we have to realize that there's been a lot of failed species on this planet during our tenure. There's a lot of things that have went from endangered or endangered to extinct since our tenure on this planet began. Empires have failed, rebuilt, and failed. And we're still here. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they're going to be extinct. And we're still going to be here. So they can't hide who we are. They can't hide the superior race. You see what I'm saying? It's the last throes of white supremacy. It's the last throes. All we have to do is sit back and watch them destroy themselves. They do it. Look, I got to pay back a lot of my ancestors for their troubles. Because panic and desperation will make them want to do some stupid shit. When they believe that you're afraid, because that's where the superiority comes from. That's where the strength is in scaring you. It doesn't matter who they are. They've got to impose their will. That's what they need to survive in that moment. And when you convince them that they've got it, and then you show them that they don't, panic and fear will make them change. They became endangered species in that moment. And it was my decision on whether they were going to be extinct. I chose to make them endangered. But they will do, and they are doing right now. They're lashing out at everything. Everything non-white, anything they can do to get a step up. But they're behind on too much shit. Their privilege made them lackadaisical and confident in what they used to be. You know what I mean? Forgetting that the reason they used to be because of people who look like you and me. That's what got them there. Not their abilities, not their strengths, not their competence. None of that got them to their peak. It was us. You can't have America without us. And in another 250 years, we will be talking about them in the past tense like we talk about dinosaurs. And we'll still be here. We're just another step to whatever heaven is. Our job in this moment is to make sure that we weaken this disease. We don't have to take it all the way out. We just have to let it go through its stages. And as it goes through its stages, we'll watch it get weak. We just sit and we build each city, each tribe, each nation. That goes for the white folks that didn't vote for this shit, who don't want this type of life. Faction up. Build your nation. Hispanics, tighten up. Build your nation. Latinos, all of us, build our nations. Each individual tribe, we all have one common enemy. The oligarch, the white supremacists, the wannabe kings. And each one of these nations will have specialties because of where they're at, their region. Whether it's transporting groceries back and forth to each other, any goods. The world's changing. So we can't look at it like before, what it used to be like. We have to live it as it's coming. And we have to build our nations within these nations. This nation. That's when we'll become the United States. Because each one of us will have our region and our style of living, our cuisines, with no borders. we will still freely travel across this country. But you'll respect your regions. Because that's the people who will be left. The people who believe in humanity. We're the foundation. We're at least the steps up on the porch. Till we rest. And we let them make up our little shit. Because it's all gonna fail. It's all gonna fail. So, no sense in worrying about the hiding of the history. Because that's all there'll be. History. To see one, you'll have to look on a computer screen. You won't be able to walk out into society and find one. So let them bask in their glory as they destroy themselves. Let them bask in their glory as their king hastens their existence. And just remember, they're already endangered. They're endangered species. They're getting ready to go through a catastrophe. Something they've never experienced before. But this is where we was built. So, just remember, they're an endangered species. Won't be long before the only thing you can see them in is in a picture. There's a quiet elevation. Let's elevate.